Hey everybody, welcome back to Boost Your Income with Bootstrap to WordPress. This lecture is called Coding the Opt-in Section. Alright, first off, I'm going to show you what it is that we're doing. So here in our site that we're working on, we only have up to the header, the hero section, and all this sort of stuff here. What we want to add is this opt-in bar with our text and then the button to click to subscribe, which will initiate a modal window like so. So that's what we're going to do right now. Open up your code editor and scroll to the opt-in section in your code. And let's start off by giving that section an ID of opt-in. Inside there, we're going to give a div with the class of container. That's a Bootstrap class. Wraps the content in here within a container that is centered in the middle of the screen and also allows us to add some responsive markup in here. So we're going to add a row, and inside that row, we're going to add two columns because we have some text on the left and we have the button on the right, and we can use columns to achieve that layout. And that also means it is responsive because these are Bootstrap classes. So call small 8, it'll be 8 columns. And then after that, let's add another column. Call small 4. That equates to 12. All right, in our 8 column, we're going to add a paragraph and give that paragraph the class of lead. That's a Bootstrap class. Gives the paragraph just a bigger font and it's a little bit more smooth looking. It's kind of leading, it's supposed to be for leading text. So strong tag, and we're going to say subscribe to our mailing list. After the strong tag, we'll send something special as a thank you. Perfect. And then in here, we're going to add a button, an actual button with the class of btn, btn-success, btn-lg, and btn-block. Now let me explain all these classes. btn stands for button. It's a Bootstrap class. It allows the markup to be styled as an initial Bootstrap button. And then all the rest of the classes will further style that button. So button success gives it the success color, which is set at green. And we're going to customize that green color shortly. Button large makes the button larger, and button block, that makes the button a block element rather than an inline block element. And then we're going to add a couple more things here. So data-toggle attribute, modal, Bootstrap attributes here to initiate our modal window once we code it. Data target, and then the ID of my modal. And that's going to be the ID of our modal. And then inside the button, let's just say click here to subscribe. So let's just have a look to see what that looks like. Okay, so here it is right here. We have our leading text. You can see it's bigger, and our button. But there's a few things wrong that obviously we don't have yet. So we don't have the big blue bar spanning the width of the page. The text doesn't look smooth, like it's not being anti-aliased and using WebKit font smoothing. And same with the button. It's got a little bit chunky text in here. It's not smooth looking. So let's remedy that with some CSS. I know the first thing that I want to do here is I'm going to fix something that we probably didn't notice yet. This image is actually a little too large for its column. Let me just toggle between the websites here. You could see how the final website, the image is smaller. And that's because the image right now is just fixed at its width, but we want to give that images in our site the max width of 100%. That means that it will scale to the width of its parent. So right here, the parent, the column, ends about here. And the same here, it ends about here, but the image kind of overflows outside of it, and we want to fix that. All you got to do here is in your CSS, let's put it in your global section. Image max width 100%. Now check it out. And fixed. Perfect. Okay, now let's go and start styling these. Okay, here in your CSS at the very bottom, we're going to add a new comment here that's called layout. And we're going to add our layout styles here. So let's add opt-in. And opt-in is going to have a background of that blue color, which was 3E4249. The padding will be 20 pixels top bottom, not on the left right. The color of the text will be white. We're going to add some sexy text. WebKit font smoothing and text rendering, that is. And font size will be 1.2 M. So it'll be technically about 20% larger than the base font size of the whole site. We're going to add a style for the paragraph tag here. And we're going to say margin 7 pixels 000 because it currently will be kind of jabbed up in the top and we want to give a little bit of spacing there. Save that, check it out. There we go. Now the only thing left here is this button's text is a little bit chunky and we need to fix that by going up to our global section. And here, just above our button class, let's add button, comma input, comma class of button, and comma a class of button. This is just going to cover all these combinations. So we're going to grab the button inputs, class of button, and a with the class of button. We're going to give that some sexy text. And we will give the color white, just to make sure. Sometimes when you have a link, it will default to a link color like blue or red or something like that. So we're going to make sure that it is white. Save it, check it out. And that looks a little bit smoother, so that's good. All right, don't go anywhere because in the next lecture, we're going to be coding the Bootstrap modal window. See you there.